Alright? This is Matthew chapter 10, verse 23. But when they persecute you in this city, flee ye into another. For verily I say unto you, ye shall not have gone over the cities of Israel till the Son of Man be come. The disciple is not above his master, nor the servant above his Lord. It is enough for the disciple that he be as his master, and the servant as his Lord. If they have called the master of the house Beelzebub, how much more shall they call them of his household? So, when you guys say stuff about my elders, well, y'all said shit about Yahushua, so that ain't nothing new. But when it comes to the scriptures, you can't say nothing. When it comes to the scripture, you can't go against me. Right? Well, yeah. That's what they have to do. Well, yeah. Exactly. And was I giving you my interpretation, or did I just give you the scripture? I'm not giving you my interpretation. This is not how I'm interpreting it. This is what is actually written. Okay? You need an interpreter if you don't know how to fucking read, man. Do you know what an interpreter means? Can you define that fucking word? You fucking niggas don't know shit. Y'all don't know what emancipate is. Y'all don't know your own fucking history. Y'all want to be fucking blind. You don't want to know nothing about how you motherfuckers came into this bullshit ass fucking country. You 2/3 motherfuckers I can't fucking stand. I am only called, and we are only called and sent to the lost sheep of Israel, 144,000, which is the elect of Israel. That's 12,000 from 12,000 tribes. I mean, that's 12 from 12,000 tribes. That's 12,000 from the 12 tribes. Sorry. And 1/3 of Israel, which is 33.3% of Israel. 66.6% of Israel could go to hell because it's not my words, it's the words of my Father. Let's go with Zechariah. Just in case, people keep saying, you guys preach hate. You guys preach hate. The Most High said, I preach the truth. When it's time for some love, I will preach love. When it's time for that hate, I'm going to preach that hate. Why? Because there's a time for it. We'll get that time zone in Ecclesiastes chapter 3. But this is Zechariah chapter 13, verse 8. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, in Israel, in Africa, in the Americas, in Europe, Eurasia, in Antarctica, if there's people there, in Australia, okay, land. This is Zechariah chapter 13 and 8. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, which is the whole earth, saith the Lord, Yahweh, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the 3rd shall be left therein. Alright? And I will bring the 3rd part through the fire. Actual fire? Actual fire. And will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them. I will say, it is my people. And they shall say, the Lord, Yahweh, is my power, is my Alahayim. Alright? So do I care about the 2/3? Hell no. Am I supposed to care about the 2/3? Hell no. Alright? And all those that's like, oh, I need to love my enemies, you need to understand what love is. As soon as you understand what love is, then you come to me with love my enemies, okay? But you can't come to me with love my enemies and I got your bullshit interpretation of what love is, not scripture, but your bullshit interpretation like that what everybody think is a heart shape, the heart shape. When you actually look at a heart, that's not the shape. So how are you going to say that's a heart shape? Right? Those with sense were already caught on to that way back in elementary. Ain't no fucking heart shape. The heart don't even look like that, man. The heart don't look nothing like the shape of the heart, is what they say. That is an idol, and they made you to believe it's a heart shape, just like the peace sign is not a peace sign. That is the sign of Nero. But, you know, it's a peace sign. The seal of David, that is not the seal of David. That is the seal of Molech. Okay? You need to understand these fucking things, man. Do your research. You don't need a fucking seal. Do I need to have that seal? No. I can have the menorah. Yeah. I can have the menorah, because y'all don't understand the ancient Hebrew. So the menorah. I can have the menorah on my garment. I'll put the menorah. The only thing I'll put on my garment it'll probably be the menorah, and then Yahweh Wa Yahweh Shai. Okay. Actually, it should go like this way for them to read it right. Yahweh Wa Yahweh Shai. So when they see me, they can read it the right way. Okay. This is 1 John chapter 5, verse 3. For this is the love of power of the Most High, of God, that we keep His commandments, and His commandments are not grievous. 2 John verse 6. And this is love, that we walk after His commandments. This is the commandment, that as ye have heard from the beginning, you shall walk in. So when He says to love thy neighbor and to love your enemies, He's saying apply the commandments to your neighbors and your enemies. That means when you fuck up in the law, I have every right to condemn you for it. Because when I fuck up in the law, well, as I did, you see that? As I did. But I don't have no more. Neither have I gotten any new ones. The ones you see on me is the ones you will always see on me until the Most High redeems my body. Okay. Now, this is a shot to you pastors again that dwell in buildings made by hands. Okay? This is 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 1. For we know that if our earthly house or this tabernacle were dissolved, we have a building of the Most High. There we go with the building, right? Right? Keep reading. And house, not made with hands, eternal in the heavens. So what building is he talking about? The building of the people. Because once the people are built up in the scripture, then they'll build it up in the spirit also. Why? Because it was the spirit that built them up. Now all those that are weak, they're not going to understand it. They're going to think that I just contradict myself, and it's not true. I actually just explained it to you very fastly. Verses 2. For in this we groan, earnestly desiring to be clothed upon with our house, which is from heaven. So, Nisha, when I said I'm not from here, I'm from heaven, was I lying? Was I lying, bitch? And I say a bitch because rightfully so. You're a whore because you didn't choose your husband, you chose a stranger. Right? And you're a bitch because I told you to do certain things and you won't listen. But you're a female who acts like a dog. You're a female dog. And what do we call female dogs? Do we not call them bitches? We call them bitches. And you can't, like I said, and women, you guys can't even say shit anymore, man. Because y'all listen to motherfuckers who call you a bitch all fucking day. And they have the audacity when somebody else calls you a bitch. But you just listen to a motherfucker who's calling you a bitch all day. Because I'll fuck him and I'll do this. And he call me a bitch all day. He wants to. I'll be that bitch, right? But when this broke nigga call you a bitch, now you want to have a shit fit. Oh, so if I got the money, I could call you, then you're a whore then, right? You see how quickly your words could get slipped up and you could just fall into a trap fucking with a prophet for Yahweh Shai? I will fuck you up in these scriptures, man. Bring a fucking pastor to me, man. Bring one. Matter of fact, don't bring just one. Bring them all. Bring them all and watch them flee. Watch this one person. Not me and another brother. But I will show you the power of Yahweh Shai with this one person, me, versus those fucking pastors. Through scripture. Not your vain philosophy, but through scripture. Alright? And we can go ahead and go in a building if you want to go ahead and have this. We can go ahead and go in a building and have this fucking thing. And I can defeat you there. But we're not going into no synagogue of Satan. We can go to the library. That's a building. You can go to your house or come to my house. That's a building. That's a house. It's a building. It's built, right? Alright? It's a house. It's like a tent. We can go to the library. You know what I'm saying? You can go to a rec center. That's a building. And we can have our talk out then. And debate the scriptures then. Because you have to contend. The Most High said to contend. 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 Which is what? To fight the good